Hi everyone, I'm Donna de Cruz. Welcome to Living Well, brought to you by us at Rasa Living and Barnes & Noble. I recently met up with my great friend Deepak Chopra in New York City at the Chopra Center, and we chatted about our Barnes & Noble Living Well Relax CD, as well as some of his books. Deepak has done an extraordinary exclusive forward for the Living Well Relax CD, and it is full of wonderfully rich and accessible tips about how to let go, how to relax, and ultimately how to tap into yourself. As you know, Deepak Chopra has been hailed by Time magazine as one of the top 100 heroes and icons of the century, and he's been credited as being a poet-prophet of alternative medicine. He has a great radio show on Wellness Radio on Sirius and has authored more than 56 books. Let me introduce you to Deepak Chopra and our exclusive Barnes & Noble Living Well Relax CD. This is a book, but it's not really a book. This is a way of living. This is an invitation to a whole new world, and we're here to talk to Deepak about it. It looks like a book, but it's much, much more. It's a gateway. So it's called Reinventing the Body, Resurrecting the Soul, How to Create a New You. And so let's talk about that, because you give us fantastic steps, very practical steps, 5 for the body, 5 for the soul. I want to know where that came from, because it feels like you went
first
somewhere.
of all, there's a lot of research that you can actually train your mind to change the structure of your brain. So you can enlarge your brain, you can cause new connections in the brain, you can cause neuropeptides like oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, opiates to be released. These neurotransmitters are immunomodulators, so they modulate the activity of the immune system. That's one piece of research that is now unequivocally established. The second piece of research that's unequivocally established is that within 3 months you can begin to regulate and change the way your genes work. So, for example, there are 500 genes that influence things like heart disease, inflammation, diabetes, obesity, and some types of cancer, and you can upregulate them or you can downregulate them. Upregulate means you turn the good genes on, and downregulate means you turn the good genes off, which is not good. So you can actually influence your genes. It used to be thought our genes are fixed. You're born with this. It's in your genes. It's not true. I mean, if 60% of your genes are the same as a banana, and 80% the same as a mouse, and 98% the same as a chimpanzee, and yet, all these other species, particularly bananas, don't talk about Shakespeare or the meaning of life. So the fact is, we have this genetic record, but we can influence it.
You have humanized the experience because it's also your experience. Mm-hmm. This has been, is this book number 50?
56.
56. So, when we had recently seen you in New York City, something's happened to you, and what a great gift you're now. It was almost like you've gone on some journey yourself, and this book is almost a journal of that, of your trip.
For the last 35 years I've been writing about consciousness, and then one day I got up and said to myself, is enlightenment a real thing or not? And if it isn't, I wasted my time. And if it is, then the lives of people like Jesus and Buddha couldn't be lies. If it's real, then what's stopping us from having that same experience right now? And I actually realized that what stops most people of thinking that they can't be enlightened is that they don't think that they're capable of what Jesus or Buddha was capable of.
Right.
And so I suddenly woke up one night and said, hey, why not? And so I said, I make a commitment to my own enlightenment, and it's unstoppable. And I became the number one thing in my life, and ever since then I've had a shift in my consciousness. I can say I've resurrected my soul and I'm creating a new life.
Yeah. What were 2 books that made a tectonic shift in your life?
The first one was of Human Bondage by Somerset Maugham, and the second one was The Razor's Edge by Somerset Maugham.
Well, fantastic. Wow. What's on your nightstand right now?
On my nightstand is I Am That, Nisargadatta Maharaj.
Deepak's last meal. What would that be if you could have on that feast?
I'm planning on fasting actually before I die.
So there goes that. So no curds for you.
No, I think I'll die on an empty stomach.
Well, you'll have an empty stomach, but a full everything else, Deepak.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing with us today. It's really great. We at Rasa Living have had the pleasure of collaborating many times with Deepak Chopra on some super projects, some CDs that you have connected with and that you've all told us how much you love. They are A Gift of Love, based on the love poems of Rumi, the Solar Healing Meditations, the Solar Healing Affirmations, and Chakra Balancing. We hope that you've enjoyed the chat that we've had with Deepak Chopra, and we look forward to introducing you to Marcus Samuelson and to Al Silverman. I'm Donna de Cruz. Thank you for being part of our Rasa family. Namaste.